Hello and welcome back to the April 9th edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. The school year is winding down and so are the St. Cloud State Husky sports, but we still have a few teams who were in action this past week. The baseball team hosted Wayne State College on Wednesday for a doubleheader. In Game 1, the Huskies would get off to a hot start, scoring runs in each of the first 3 innings and holding Wayne State off the scoreboard until the 5th inning. By the end of the 5th, the Huskies would boast a 7-1 lead, but in the 6th, the Wildcats would keep the Huskies from crossing home base and would tally 3 runs of their own. That would be the final scoring of the game, however, as the Huskies would get the 7-4 win. Mitch Malik would lead the Huskies with 2 runs, 2 hits, and 4 RBI, while Jordan Joseph, Torrin Shahidi, and Ethan Ibarra would each tally an RBI as well. Cal Geese would get the win on the mound. In Game 2, it would be the Wildcats who would get on the board first with 2 runs in the second to jump to a 2-0 lead. The Huskies wouldn't tally a run until the 8th inning to make the score 4-1 in favor of the Wildcats, but it wouldn't be enough as the Wildcats would hold on to win. The only score of the game for the Huskies would come from the duo of Caden Harris and Ethan Ibarra, as Ibarra would hit a double to bring Harris home. This would only be SCSU's 6th loss of the season. The softball team was busy this week with games on Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. They went 7-1 in their 8 games over this stretch. They at least doubled their opponent in points in all but 2 of the wins on the week. The week started off strong with a win against the Wayne State Wildcats. The Huskies scored 7 runs in the first inning to jump to a quick 7-2 start, finishing off the Wildcats by a final score of 13-5. Brooke Boland and Megan Conrad led the way with 3 and 4 RBI respectively, while Kate Kopik got the win on the mound. They would go on to beat Wayne State 12-5 in the second game of their doubleheader. On Tuesday, they would also sweep Bemidji by scores of 12-0 and 2-1. Their series against Minot State on Saturday would be the only series they would split, losing 3-1 in Game 1 and winning 12-4 in Game 2. Their series against University of Mary on Sunday would cap off their action for the week. They would start the series strong with an 8-5 finish and finish the week with a 4-3 win. This win came by way of comeback as the University of Mary would tally 3 runs in the first inning, keeping the Huskies off the board until the 5th inning, where SCSU would tally 4 runs to grab the lead 4-3. UMary would have nothing left in the tank and the Huskies would hold on for the win. Megan Conrad would be the star of the game as she would lead the team with a run, 2 hits, and 3 RBI. The Red and Black advanced their overall record to 25-11. The tennis team closed out their season on the road this weekend with a 4-3 loss to the University of Minnesota Duluth. The only doubles duo for the Huskies to get a win on the day was Quintino dos Santos and Kudrowski. Both Quintino dos Santos and Kudrowski would win their singles matches, as well as with Samantha Fitzpatrick also winning in singles competition for the Huskies. SCSU would have no other victories on the day, dropping their 12th and final matchup of the season, finishing with an overall record of 5-12. Thanks for watching.